actions and principle or rationale. The first procedure is follow the step 1, 2, 3 for moving client close to the one side of the bed. The identification of the client is to know the name, age, and birthday. Ma'am, may I know your age, birthday, and name?
Okay, my name is Margaret. I'm 19 years old. My birthday is December 9, 2001.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your cooperation. Move the client to edge of the bed. So the client is already of the edge of the bed. So the next procedure is raise side rails and move to other side of the bed to protect the client. So I'm going to use the protect of the client. So I'm going to move the other side. And for the next procedure is prepare pillow for the support of the client. Frequently heavy-breasted client will need a pillow under the abdomen of the for the comfort of the client. Very client thin of the might be comfortable with a small pillow under the iliac crotch. So, ma'am, nilagay ko lang po dito. And for the place the client near arm for the close to the body, so that is that one of the way of the client rules. And for the turn the client far away from you, or the face of the client is there for the so that the client will not roll into here during face the turning procedure. So the next procedure is roll client onto side and then check the arm and the face position for the C of the correctly position of the client. Ma'am, i-roll ko po kayo. So, I'm going to use your face. And ma'am, pagbilang ko po ng 3, sasabay po kayo na pag-ikot sa akin. 1, 2, 3. Are you okay, ma'am? And for the position of the procedure is adjust position as needed. So, ma'am, correctly position client, have safety device in place, protect the client from injury. And for the next procedure is wash hands for the maintain asepsis. So, and the last procedure is record the procedure and for the reference and legal purposes. So, ma'am, thank you for your cooperation, and I'm done for the back to abdomen. Okay, the next the turning procedure is back to side. The identification of the patient will be no, or the procedure 1, 2, 3 is going to use for the back to side, and for the next is move the client to one side of the bed. So the client is already in one side, so this will be help the patient in of the correct place to the bed, and will be also help for the prevent falls from the bed. And the next procedure is raise the rails and move the other side of the bed to protect the client. So I'm going to use this for the protection of the client, and description described already. So that the weight of the legs will be turned to the body. So the first methods described is cross the client for ankle far far of the ankle near ankle, and the grasp of the clients with one hand behind the far. So this is also allows to weight the legs to help in them. So hawakan ko pa yung legs, ma'am, or yung paa para just like that the arm the legs cross, and for the arms is just like that. Next method of the subscribe is raise the knee with the far leg, then reach over the grasp the far side of the knee. So place the client far arm across from the chest. This allow from the client he use the leverage from the body. Grabs client behind far shoulder. Just like that for the rule of the patient. And the next procedure is roll client toward you. Ma'am, pag bilang ko ng 3 is nirolol kita. 1, 2, 3. Are you okay, ma'am? The position of the client is just like that. So adjust position as needed. Is correctly positioned of the client, have safety device in place, protect the client from the injury. And the next procedure is wash hands for the maintain asepsis, and record the procedure for the reference and legal purposes of the client. So the next is lag rolling, a turning techniques done by the client who must be maintained straight at all times. For the purpose is to protect the spine of the further injury. So the special consideration is the techniques require at least 2 nurses and sometimes 3 if the client is very large. So coordinate effort must be important for the lag rolling. The action for the lag rolling is follow step 1, 2, 3, moving client closer to one side of the bed. So for the identification of the client is to know the age, name, and birthday. Ma'am, may I know your name? Okay, ma'am, your age and your birthday, and I'm your nurse for today. For the suggested action, principle and rationale for follow step 1, 2, 3, moving client closer to one side of the bed. So the next procedure is with help moves the client one side of the bed of 1 unit. So the make sure the client's body stay correctly alignment with the all time. So the raised side roll with the side of one bed. So for the protect of the client, all assessment of the move the other side of the bed, so the protection of the client, so for the safety of the movement. So place the pillow correctly when they will need it for the support other the client will be being turned. So other needed with between the legs. So the pillow is already made for the client. So For the assistance need the across the wrap the client's body. So the other nurses will be needed for the assessment. So co-nurses. So I will be used for the two other nurses for the role of the client. So the first nurses is across the legs under the arms, and the next for the hips of the client. So I'm going to use the arm for the head of the client. So assist the correctly alignment from the head. So 1, 2, 3. Correct alignment presents further injury for the client's spine. So for the next procedure is wash hands to maintain a seat. And record the procedure for the reference and legal purposes of the client. So I'm done for the training client and bed. So thank you, ma'am, for your cooperation.